What's your assignment? So this is something, man. If I had $1 for every console, every soldier, every kid, I say kid, but young adult I spoke with about finding themselves and how hard it is to do today, I'd be a really rich man. This is what I'm gonna say. You don't need to find yourself by looking harder, right? You need to find yourself by following closer. And I'm gonna take the next couple of minutes to explain that, right? Let me start with this. There was with the fable. Everyone loves stories, right? There was once a young acorn that was buried beneath the ground, right? Every day he looked across the field and watched the bamboo. Bamboo, those long shoots go straight up in the air, like 30 feet. The bamboo seemed to grow overnight. The acorn looked at its own life, dark, buried, pressed beneath the dirt, and began to believe something was wrong. So it prayed, right? It prayed, God, why is everybody else growing while I'm still stuck? God answered. He said, because bamboo grows quickly, but oak trees grow deeply. I'm not preparing you to impress people for a season. I'm preparing you to shelter generations. The acorn thought it was stuck. God knew it was developing roots. And some of you are not failing, you're forming. Some of you are not behind, you're becoming. Shout out Michelle Obama. But the problem is that you keep comparing your roots to somebody else's branches. You're 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 44, and you feel like you're already late. Social media shows people your age traveling the world, buying homes, getting married, launching companies, becoming influencers, making six figures, and somehow waking up every morning on a beach. Right. Meanwhile, you're trying to determine whether you're going to graduate, whether you like your job, whether your friends are still your friends, and you start asking, who am I? Who am I supposed to be? Where's my life going? Why does everybody else seem to know except me? Those are real questions. Those are real questions, but I'm going to give you a better one. What's your assignment? Because you don't find yourself by looking harder. You find yourself by looking or following closer. And here's what I mean. Identity, identity is not discovered through introspection. It's discovered through obedience. Stop asking who am I until you have asked God, what's my assignment today? Today. Because you will meet the person God created you to be on the road to the assignment He created you to fulfill. That's the message. That's what I'm trying to convey. You don't have to know your entire future. You just need to know today's assignment. We live in this culture of instant arrival. We live in a microwave success society. Everybody wants everything quickly. Quick money, quick influence, quick recognition, quick relationships, quick answers. We want a harvest without planting, a platform without preparation, a title without training, a marriage without maturity, a business without discipline, a calling without character. We want to arrive before we become. And social media makes it worse because it allows us to watch everybody else's celebration without seeing their preparation. You see the graduation, but you did not see the nights they wanted to quit. You see the marriage pictures, you see the vacation pictures. You didn't see the counseling. You see the promotion, but you didn't see the years of being overlooked. You see the platform. You didn't see the private discipline that made the platform possible. Never, ever, 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 ever compare your life to somebody else's edited life. Comparison will make you aggressive because you believe you deserve everything today. Or it will make you afraid because you believe you can never catch up. Some of you are forcing doors because you are impatient. Others are standing outside open doors because you're afraid. Some say, I'm just not interested in anything. Maybe, but sometimes I'm not interested means I'm afraid I will not be good at it. Sometimes I don't care is fear wearing sunglasses. Sometimes that's just not me. Really means I don't want to be uncomfortable. Uncomfortable. But you cannot discover your gifts if you refuse to use them. You cannot develop courage while avoiding everything difficult. You cannot become somebody while doing nothing. Motion produces clarity. Check this. Joseph here. The assignment before the palace here. Joseph received a dream. He didn't receive a map. He saw a destination, but he did not see the road. And the road included betrayal, slavery, false accusations, prison, and being forgotten. Joseph probably spent years wondering, who am I? Am I still the person God spoke to? Did I miss my moment? Did I did my setback cancel my future? But no. Joseph's assignment was never simply to reach the palace. His assignment was to be faithful wherever he was. In Potiphar's house, he managed well. In prison, he served well. Before he managed a nation, he managed the room he was in already. Joseph did not become a leader when Pharaoh gave him a title. The title revealed the leader he had already become. God builds the person before he builds the platform. Joseph did not discover his identity by sitting in prison analyzing himself. His identity developed as he obeyed God in the palace, in the place that he did not choose. Here and now today. Ruth's assignment was the field. Ruth lost her husband. She lost security. She lost her homeland. She had no clear career plan, no connections, no money, no guarantee that life would improve. But what? Ruth got up. She didn't just sit there and lay there bored. She went to work in a field. Yeah, she went to work in the field. Her assignment was not to find Boaz. Her assignment was to be faithful in the field. Boaz was not her assignment. Boaz was someone she encountered while completing her assignment. That matters because too many people are chasing outcomes instead of fulfilling their assignment. You're chasing close relationships. God may be teaching you faithfulness. You're chasing the promotion, but God may be teaching you discipline. You're chasing visibility, but God may be teaching you how to serve when nobody notices. That's one for me. Sometimes purpose does not look like a stage. Sometimes purpose looks like showing up. Ruth did not find herself by staring inward. She found herself by taking the next obedient step. Here's another one of my favorite women in scripture, Esther. The assignment was courage. She was an orphan. Esther did not choose her circumstances. She was placed in the palace. She did not control. She lived under a system that could have silenced her. But when the moment came, Mordecai, her cousin, challenged her. Who knows whether you who have come to the kingdom for such a time as this? Was his question. Esther's assignment was not simply to become queen, which she did. Her assignment was to use her position when it mattered. She had to stop asking, what will happen to me? And began asking, what has God positioned me to do? Your assignment will sometimes require courage. It may require speaking. It may require leaving. In other words, going from where you are to someplace else. It may require apologizing. It may require telling the truth. It may require applying when you are afraid of rejection. Courage is not the absence of fear. Hear that. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is refusing to let fear choose for you. Fear should never be your leader. It can be part of your mix, but it should never be your leader. Let me just say this. Esther became courageous by acting courageously. That is how obedience develops identity. Mary, the assignment was yes. Yes, Mary did not understand everything God was doing. She didn't have a complete explanation. She did not have a 5-year plan. She had a word, and a decision to make. A word from God and a decision to make. Right? Sometimes, sometimes your assignment is not understanding. Sometimes your assignment is just saying yes. Yes to growth. Yes to discipline. Yes to healing. Yes to responsibility, y'all. Don't run from the responsibilities that you're given. As a matter of fact, seek them. Yes. Yes to the thing that God is asking you to do. Check this, before you feel ready. You may not be qualified. You may not feel qualified, but neither did Moses. You may feel too young. So did Jeremiah. You may feel overlooked. So did David. You may feel like your life has been interrupted. So did Mary, the mother of Jesus. But God has never needed perfect people. He needs people who are available. Mary did not understand her full identity before she obeyed. Her obedience carried her into it. So what is your assignment? What is your assignment? Your assignment may not be glamorous. It may be finish the class, apply for the job, get the counseling, forgive your parent, apologize to your friend, go back to church, leave the unhealthy relationship, start saving money, stop spending every dollar you earn, clean your room, take care of your body, show up on time, check this, put down the phone, read the book, make the call, serve somebody. Your next assignment may look too small to matter, but small assignments build strong people. David's assignment was sheep before it was a kingdom. Joseph's assignment was a house before it was Egypt. Ruth's assignment was a field before it was a family legacy. Esther's assignment was courage before it was deliverance. Mary's assignment was yes before it was Bethlehem. God does not normally reveal assignment 10 to people who refuse assignment 1. And remember, identity isn't discovered through introspection. It's discovered through obedience. This is what I got for you. Your 30-day assignment. Over the next 30 days, I want you to do six simple things with no excuses, no expensive equipment, no waiting for the perfect time. Assignment 1, pray. Pray before you scroll. For the first 20 minutes after you wake up, do not touch social media. Pray for 5 minutes. Read one chapter of Proverbs or a short passage of scripture and ask God, what do you want me to become today? And what is my assignment? Do not let the algorithm tell you who you are before God does. Assignment 2, move something. Move your body, walk, run, stretch, lift, exercise for at least 20 minutes. Your body is part of your stewardship. Discipline in one area begins teaching discipline in others. You don't need a gym membership to walk. Assignment 3, read. Read 10 pages of a useful book every day. Not captions, not comments, not gossip. Something that strengthens your mind, your faith, your finance, your relationships, your craft, your job, your hobby. Think of this, a distracted mind cannot build a directed life. Distracted mind cannot build a directed life. Number 4, complete one hard thing first. Every morning, identify one thing you've been avoiding. Make the appointment, send the email, fill out the application, finish the assignment, have the conversation. Do not spend all day thinking about what can be completed in 20 minutes. Do it. Number 5, serve once a week. Help somebody who cannot advance your career. Volunteer. Call an elderly relative. Help at church, tutor a child, feed somebody. Encourage somebody. Purpose becomes clearer when life stops being only about you. Do one thing that scares you. That's 6. One thing that scares you. Once a week, do something. Once a week, do something. Once a week, do something that carries the possibility of failure. Apply, audition, ask, create, speak, introduce yourself. Try something new. Be willing to be bad at something long enough to become good at it. Be willing to try something long enough. Be willing to try something and be bad at it long enough to become good at it. Remember that. Stop calling procrastination waiting on God. God may be waiting on you. Stop calling discernment everything uncomfortable is not a warning. Stop saying you have no opportunities while ignoring the small ones. Stop asking God for more stop asking God for more while mishandling what is already in your hands. Stop spending 5 hours. Stop spending 5 hours watching strangers live and then saying you don't have time to build your own life. Stop confusing attention with achievement. Stop confusing popularity with purpose. Stop confusing speed with progress. You can move quickly in the wrong direction. Your assignment is not to impress everybody. Your assignment is to become faithful. Here's something for you. I call it the land navigation lesson. I watch soldiers learn land navigation. Land navigation is getting from point A to point C, right? But in the midst of that, you have to hit a number of other points. They receive a map, a compass, and a series of points that they must reach. The inexperienced soldier wants to see the entire course from the starting line. They become frustrated because they cannot see the finish. But the instructor says, just simply find the next point and move to it. Confirm where you are, then move to the next one. That is often how God leads, not with a whole map, but with the next point. You keep asking God where you will be at 35. God is asking you, what are you doing at 25? You keep asking about your calling. God is asking whether you've completed today's assignment. You keep asking, who am I? God keeps answering, follow me. Because you did not find yourself by looking harder. You find yourself by following closer. And once more, identity isn't discovered through introspection. It's discovered through obedience. This is my final challenge to you. For the next 30 days, again, pray before you scroll, read before you react, move before you overthink, serve before you seek recognition, attempt before you assume failure, and finish what is in front of you. Your 20s are not a verdict. They're a workshop. This is where you build habits. This is where you learn discipline. This is where you fail safely, recover wisely, and discover what God has placed inside you. Don't waste these years trying to look successful. Use them becoming faithful. Don't chase a platform. Build a life that you can stand on, that you can stand a platform on. And when you feel lost, when you feel discouraged, behind, afraid, or uncertain, ask one question. God, what's my assignment today? And then do the next right thing. Because you will meet the person God created you to be on the road to assignment, to the assignment He created you to fulfill. You do not find yourself by looking harder. You find yourself by following closer. Identity is not discovered through introspection. It's developed through obedience. So I'll ask you one final time, what's your assignment?